Yo, welcome back to Mandem Talk Arsenal. I'm Asha. I'm with. Tree's not there. Why is it not there? Nah, all jokes aside, we did make this video, me and Trees. It's not like he was sick or whatever. We did make this video, but there was like an echo and whatever in the background, so bit of technical issues there, but we'll sort that out. He'll definitely be on for the next video. Check the videos before he was in that video as well. It's a great video. He rated the 0. I don't know why. We already know he's a delusional man, but anyways, let's get to the video. Not 4-0. Sorry, I'm talking about PSV game. Um, in the Carabao Cup against Brentford. Judging on our last performances at Tottenham or whatever, we're not our best, obviously, but this is a Carabao Cup at the end of the day against Brentford. Not really the best team, but when they're on their day, bro, they're a dangerous team. So we got to watch out with them. Uh, and I feel like we do win this game. 1-0, I believe, or 1 or 2-0. Treats believes it's gonna be 2-0. And I feel like it will be one of those like games where we're comfortable till like the 70th minute, and then like they just pile it on us and whatever. And I feel like they're gonna be behind the ball and very just like it was just like defensive. But I don't think just because they're being defensive, we should play all our creative players. I feel like we 100% got to we've got to rotate our players. We have a game against Bournemouth in the Prem, then Man City. Like we can't afford to have our players, tired. We gotta have them on form, especially in our like poor form. Even though we're unbeaten, like that's no mistake. We're unbeaten, but it's not been the best of performances from us. So I 100% feel like we need to rest our players, make sure they're ready. Um, my side, my starting 11 to beat this team. I feel like we have to go with like Tree said last week, Bumiyasu. I feel like he's not too bad. You know what it is, yeah. I feel like I have a love and a hate relationship with that guy. It's like I hate him sometimes, I love him sometimes, but at the same time, he's just a very average player in my opinion. So I got to go with Bamiyasu. He's going Bamiyasu. Saliba, obviously, he's going Saliba as well. I'm a I I originally picked Gabriel, but then he said Kivio, and I was like, yeah, Kivio. I forgot about that guy because we got to rotate our players. We can't be having Gabriel like arguably one of our best centre backs last season, like tired. Like we got 100%. We got to have them fit. Saliba though is 100% not must in like most games, but we can't because you saw in like last season, kind of at the end when he was injured. You know how much we missed him, so we have to have Saliba. Um, and then we both went with Zinchenko. There's not really that much options in the left back position, which is really bad. Obviously, we sold Tierney. He had Timber, which is brilliant. He's not really a left back, but he played him left back in the preseason, and especially he was brilliant the whole preseason, especially in that Man City game. Like he just showed his worth already in preseason, even though it's preseason. Like he already showed that he's a brilliant player. So when it comes to left back, normally I would have Timber there, or not. Or in the future, I would. A lot of people will probably get mad at me for saying this, but like Timber, if halfway through the season, not halfway, at the end of the season, Timber shows his worth. I feel like we have to have Zinchenko in the team, and I feel like we get rid of Ben White and put Timber in there because Ben White, yeah, he's a good player, but I don't think he's a great player. We need great players, especially to be beating a sideline Man City. I feel like we have to 100%, have great players. So I would like if Timber was back in the squad, I would put Timber right back, get rid of Ben White. But obviously, Ben White, the only thing I really like him for is the overlapping with Saka and whatever. But I feel like just any average good player can look good behind Saka. I feel like, in my opinion, like just look at England. Like he performed great there. Oh, he has Walk obviously, but you get my point. I feel like any right back can perform really well. And I feel like Timber just in preseason showed his class. So if you can like replicate that when it comes back throughout the season, I feel like we get rid of Ben White and put him there. But we're going to talk about the team right now. I have to put Zinchenko at left back and Ben White obviously at right back. And then The midfield, I went with a midfield of Havertz, Rice, because bro, if we don't have Rice in that midfield, bro, you already saw like what happened last game against Tottenham. Like second half, like we was getting absolutely dominated. Second half, first half, I don't think we were playing like our best, but we was like if anyone wants to say if anyone wants to say what team was dominating, it was our team. So yeah, like I feel like we have to have him in there. And especially I feel like it'll be a cool warm up for him after coming off the second half of Tottenham. Getting just like maybe I wouldn't play him for the full minutes, but I think I'll play him. I think I'll play him. I'm mixing between two minds because I could go Jorginho because that's what Therese went with. Jorginho, Havertz, and then Odegaard. So yeah, maybe I will go with Jorginho, Havertz, Odegaard, same as Therese. But in the second half, I feel like I put Rice on for Jorginho because I feel like Jorginho, especially that last game, horrible. Like, and I don't think he's the guy to play 100 minutes. So definitely put Rice in the second half. And then for our top three, we went there with the exact same Nelson, Saka, and uh, Sa- Nelson, Saka, and Jesus. Nelson last game, he was all right. He wasn't really the best, but he creates that impact. Nelson, he's a brilliant player. So I have to go with Nelson there, especially Martinelli. Trossard's injured. I don't want to see Jesus on this game because we got to rest him. And obviously Nketiah. I feel like a lot of Arsenal players give him a lot of stick, especially Trees. Like he hasn't performed the best. I don't think he's a world class player, and I do feel like other strikers will do a lot better than him. But like he just got into the England club, England squad. Sorry, whenever, bro, whenever he scores, yeah, all the Arsenal fans still like give him a harsh time. And like for me personally, like once you scored, you won the game or whatever. Like, what more can you do as a striker? Yeah, like I feel like you guys gotta chill out on him, bro. I feel like he's a world class, not world class. Yeah, choose to go get him. Not world class, but he's a good player. And then Saka, obviously, brilliant player. He hasn't really had the best of starts, but he's still getting the goals. That's one thing. That's one thing with world class players. Like they don't have to have the greatest, season so far and still get goals. Like, look at Mohamed Salah. Like those world class players, like those world class players, they can have a bad season and score goals. So that's what Saka's doing. And obviously when our midfields Havertz, I feel like you guys got to give him time. We gave Vieira time, so why can't we give Havertz time? Yes, he's playing poor. I don't agree with spending 60 million for him, but I still feel like we got to give him time. Especially like even before the man even played, like I saw like bare Arsenal fans getting onto him, bare other fans getting onto him, and I'm like, chill out, like trust the process with Arteta, yeah, trust the process. 60 million, I don't agree with him, but there's something clear he sees in him, just like he saw in Vieira when we was all cussing Vieira and whatever. Arteta was clearly seeing something in training, or seeing what he could do, and now that's showing. So I feel like you got to give him time. And then Jorginho, yeah, it's been. I don't want to talk about that, Joey man. Odegaard was very non-existent in the Tottenham game throughout the whole Tottenham game. I watched the game. Me and Trish was saying like, bro, like this guy's a world-class player, but in the Tottenham game, he didn't turn up. He didn't turn up. And in the deciding factor for the Tottenham game, they have mistakes, we have mistakes, but they were just more clinical. Just like when we reverse Man City, we'd be through and we just not as clinical as them. So I feel like we have to win this, in my opinion. Must win game. I don't think it's a big game, huge game. I feel like it can be a statement. Just because it's not a big game, I don't think it can't be a statement because we got to let the man them know. Let everyone know, bro, that we done it last season. We can do it this season. Like just because we haven't really had the best of the season, we're still unbeaten. We're not like Man U there. Them men are dead, bro. Like them 3-1, like horrible. But moving on from that, I feel like the subs. I would put on, yeah, Rice on the second half. I mean, I'll put on who would I put on in the midfield? Rice second half, and I would put on Vieira second half as well. Because I feel like personally, Vieira is a brilliant player when he comes off the bench. He's an impact player, just like with Nelson. He's a brilliant player, so I feel like we've got to put him on second half and choose something we should make any subs. I don't believe, just like all them players just play, and then second, and then against the Bournemouth game, we'll be playing our team. We also got the Ivan Tony. We want Ivan Tony. Chelsea want Ivan Tony. It's a hard pick because me personally, Ivan Tony in the Arsenal squad will be brilliant. He's a world class player. A player like Ivan Tony, doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter how he's playing this season. He's a guaranteed goals man. You got like 20 goals last season. He's a brilliant player. Brilliant. So I feel like Ivan Tony will be brilliant for us, and then Ivan Tony will be brilliant for Chelsea because them and there need a striker. Because those guys that are moving, they're horrible. They're actually horrible. But the thing is, yeah, once you got a guy like Ivan Tony who scores goals, you can get the 3 points playing ugly football. It's like Tottenham back then when they had Kane. Like they could play ugly football, but they got the 3 points because they got Kane was scoring some goals to them, and that's how they got our win. Like, yeah, so I feel like Chelsea will be the team to get in though because like all players are like, oh, I want cups, I want trophies and whatever, and then when the money comes in, like they decide to go where the money's at, and we've seen that with Saudi Arabia and all of that. So, but if he does want trophy, he does want cups, he will come to Arsenal. It's the more smarter and logical move, unless he wants to be in the team straight away. Because Arsenal, he's got obviously Jesus competing for his spot, and Nketiah. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think we play if we do get Ivan Tony? Do we play week in week out instead of Jesus? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I feel like they're very two different players. When we first bought Jesus, I think that a lot of people forgot about how brilliant we played as soon as we got Jesus. Like we came second. All of this, like we're playing brilliant. It's the changeover. He's a very creative player. He creates a lot in the final third. Like he might not have all the stats for it, but he creates a lot, and he's also obviously a brilliant Champions League player. Whereas Ivan Tony, he's a brilliant goals man, scores goals. He might not be as creative as Jesus, but he's a guy that everyone's been calling for at Arsenal. We need a top goal scorer. We need a top goal scorer. That guy's our man. If we need that, he's not a Champions League player, but he's been proven in the Premier League, and that's one of the things that that we 100% need. Like when you look at when we bought Trossard, like brilliant player, proven in the Premier League. We bought him for what, like 30 mil. We was originally gonna get Mudryk. So glad we didn't. No offense to Mudryk. Like we've got a proven Premier League player, and we saw how good that done in our club. So yeah, Premier League player. I feel like Ivan Tony is our guy. I don't know if we're gonna get him though because Chelsea, bro, like they put up the money. Then like Teresa's, we're gonna get him. But just judging on Teresa's, just judging on what Teresa says, I'm gonna completely go opposite that guy because he's delusional. He doesn't understand half of the stuff that comes out of his mouth. So yeah, like he violates his own players. Like I don't know what that guy's doing. You guys get out of the comments. But yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get him or not. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if we're gonna beat Brentford in the Carabao Cup, and let me know what you guys think of our lineup or who lineups better. We pretty much pick the same people. We literally just different subs. But yeah, this has been Mandem Talk Arsenal. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, get in the comments, share this video, and I'm out. Peace.